So what is a gigafactory? Well, gigafactory is a term that we can first trace back to being used by Elon Musk's Tesla back in the year 2013. But why is it called a gigafactory? What is a gigafactory? Why are they so important? And why is everyone talking about them? Welcome to the Vox Network, and I Speak Electric. Let's find out some answers. The name gigafactory can be split into two, and you understand what a factory is, right? So let's take on the word giga. The word giga can be used as a unit of measurement representing billions. In this case, you can apply it before the word watts. So we're talking about gigawatts of power equal to 1 million watts, and a gigawatt hour of stored energy. And they make many more than 1 gigawatt hour of stored energy every year in a gigafactory. But giga also comes from the Greek word gigas, and that literally means giant. So rather than saying it's a billion of anything, maybe a gigafactory is just a giant factory. And you could even say gigafactory is simply a new word that's worked its way into the language. It's actually a very good marketing phrase that seems to have taken on a life of its own well beyond its initial use with Tesla. And in fact, if we'd like to trace it back to the exact point in history when we first heard it, our research shows it was probably first used during an investor's call. It was November 2013, and Elon Musk told investors, and I quote, "There is going to need to be some kind of gigafactory built," end quote. At the time, they were planning on their first gigafactory being comparable in size to all of the other lithium-ion battery production in the world, all under one roof. And a gigafactory for Tesla is at the heart of what Elon Musk likes to call the machine that builds the machine. In fact, recently, Elon has seemed more excited about building gigafactories than the actual cars themselves. The original Tesla Gigafactory is being built in Nevada, where Tesla create batteries for their electric vehicles. They also recycle unused materials back into the beginning of the process. There are other car makers who have said that they will have their own gigafactories. For instance, the car maker PSA Group, who make Peugeot and Citroën. They recently announced plans for 2 gigafactories in Europe. There's going to be one in France and one in Germany. And combined, those 2 gigafactories will make 48 gigawatt hours of batteries every single year when they're running at full capacity. And whilst other companies haven't totally taken on use of the phrase gigafactory completely, there are certainly those building them. The biggest one in Europe will produce 32 gigawatt hours of EV batteries every year under one roof, and it's being built by a company called Northvolt. They're a Swedish battery firm founded by a former Tesla executive. Gigafactories aren't just making batteries for our cars, though. They're actually at the heart of our renewable energy future, because if we want to store renewable energy to use it when that supply isn't available, we need to store that energy somewhere. And many people are saying that batteries are the perfect solution. So where to make all these batteries? Gigafactories. All right, let's talk specifically about Tesla. The first gigafactory, which coined the phrase, is being made in Sparks, Nevada. They broke ground on the initial construction back in June 2014. There is an often forgotten fact that there's a Gigafactory 2, because these days they're all named after the place they're in. But this is where Tesla make their solar panels, and they're produced in Buffalo, New York. What was called Gigafactory 3, now Giga Shanghai, is in China, the first of Tesla's gigafactories to be built outside of the United States. Gigafactory 4 is now Giga Berlin, and that'll make both cars and batteries for the European market. And finally, production just started on Giga Austin, the gigafactory in Texas, which will make the new Tesla Cybertruck and Tesla semi-truck amongst their other cars, as well as the batteries to go in them. So whereas the first gigafactory in Nevada only made batteries, and the Tesla vehicles were then assembled somewhere else in Fremont, California, all future gigafactories for Tesla will do everything. They'll make the batteries and the vehicles themselves, from the Model 3 to the largest of semi-trucks. Incidentally, the Nevada Gigafactory also has areas where they make the electric motors for Tesla's cars and their home storage and grid storage solutions, which they call Powerwall and Powerpack. Some analysts predict that by the end of the decade, there will be 16 gigafactories operating by different companies all around Europe, with annual production capacity of 446 gigawatt hours of batteries every single year. That would put Europe only second behind China. Companies like LG Chem already operate a gigafactory in Poland. SK Innovation have a gigafactory in Hungary. And Germany plans to be the center of European gigafactories, with 200 gigawatt hours of capacity in Germany alone by the end of the decade. But the real story of the gigafactory isn't Tesla, it's China. Of the very large battery plants around the world that we could technically call gigafactories, there are about 142 factories large enough for us to put in that category. Of those 142, 109 are in China. That's 70% of the world's gigafactories based in China. And if you felt the European figures were high, wait till you hear what China has planned by the end of the decade. Gigafactories there will be making 1,887 gigawatt hours of batteries for use in EVs and energy storage every year. And that's our guide to a gigafactory. Let us know what you think in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up and hit subscribe and the bell so you never miss a show, and we'll see you next time.